Okay, today I wanted to take the time out to talk about Kizaru and Akainu a bit, but specifically focusing on Kizaru and just the sequence of events. Because I'm like, bro, you have no one to blame but yourself. You could have just said no, but could he? Could Kizaru have just said, no, I'm not doing it? It's, unfortunately, this is a situation that he put himself. Now, I'm not gonna just go broad and be like, you didn't have to become a Marine, because that's just too easy. We don't know exactly everything about Kizaru yet, his backstory, why he joined the Marines. However, what we can look at is Kizaru's time within the Marines, what he's been, what he's done, and how consistently he's shown a specific thing, and why this arc completely, I don't want to say it enhanced his character. It just showed me more of what Kizaru really is. Our first introduction to Kizaru, Sabaody, flying in on the cannonball. And he was basically called in because a celestial dragon was hit. He was fulfilling a duty. From the beginning, he was just fulfilling a duty, obligation. He pulled up and his job was to round up the supernova and basically take in whomever was responsible. If you could ask any One Piece character a question, who would you ask? What would you ask? Ponder no more, because now you can with Talkie. Talkie is an AI-powered social network that enables users to chat with their favorite virtual characters from anime, video games, and films such as One Piece, Attack on Titan, My Hero Academia, and much more. You'll be able to immerse yourself in these convos with voice tones and visuals. The best thing about Talkie is that it is totally free. Would it not be easy to settle the debate between Shanks and Mihawk by just asking them which one is stronger?
That's a stupid question. Of course it's me.
How about Zoro and Sanji?
What did you say? I'm the strongest in the crew. Why would I be scared of that stupid cook?
Communicating with your favorite characters isn't the only thing that you can do, because you can create and customize your own characters. Download Talkie now so that you can interact with your favorite characters or your own customizable characters. Think about the limitless potential for creativity and enjoyment with this app. You could ask Luffy how he feels about Zoro calling him out for Vegapunk dying.
I'm not like the other Yonkos, I just want to eat.
You could ask Pudding about Katakuri not sliding for her.
Pudding is a valuable asset to the Big Mom pirates, and her safety is of utmost importance. However, Blackbeard is a formidable opponent and a very cunning strategist. It would be a difficult task to free Pudding from his grasp.
It is literally limitless, but click the link below to find out what Roger's answer is when you ask him what the One Piece is. Check it out. It's actually a pretty amazing app. He wasn't able to capture any of the supernova. They all got away. And even when he was in a position to capture the Straw Hats, he was stymied by Rayleigh. You know what he said to Rayleigh when Rayleigh pulled up? Yo, I'm not here for you. This is not what we're here for. I'm here for them. Please get out of my way. So off the rip, it told me something about Kizaru. He's gonna take the easy route always. It is about efficiency and getting the job done. That's all I care about. Even though, right, because Kizaru is essentially a cop, right? Who's in the middle of a mission and he sees somebody robbing a store and he's like, I'm not really here for that. I gotta get my job done because that's what I'm here for. I guess. I mean, it's not a bad thing, but it's like, yeah, but you're still a Marine. Which I love the nuance and the differences between the Admirals, right? They have different personalities, how they operate differently, but you can't tell me if Akainu pulled up on Sabaody and Rayleigh was there. Akainu's not saying, I'm not here. You could be like, really? You coming with me? For Kizaru, that gave me an indication of his moral stance. Alrighty, it's about getting the job done. We then find out about unclear justice. What is unclear justice? Unclear means it's ambiguous. Sometimes he's gonna try, sometimes he might not. It teeters on lazy, but based on how Kizaru feels, it could be absolute because he can be ruthless. Because we saw how mad he was after he was unable to capture the supernova, so he went on a spree and then rounded up a bunch of pirates because he was mad. So he's in that gray area. And that's where he likes to exist because, let's be honest, I think expectations typically are managed better because they're like, well, it's unclear, so we're not sure exactly what Kizaru's gonna do. What we do know is he's gonna get a job done because how he views himself, he's just a cog in the machine. So now finding that out about Kizaru, his personality, how laid back he seems to be, he's unclear, morally ambiguous. He was, for some people, the scariest admiral, considering we do not know which Kizaru we're gonna get. And that's typical for a lot of people. Like in the workplace, right? There are a lot of people that just show up to work, and sometimes you get the best of them, sometimes you don't know. You really don't know what you're gonna get out of them. You're just hoping that they can get the job done. And Kizaru working his way up to an admiral, one thing they can be sure of is Kizaru is going to get his job. And that's something Kizaru would pride himself on. Now, ultimately, being a cog in the machine, having the personality that he has, you worry about obligation. How much of this is because you just have to do it? Do you care about this? Is it just a paycheck for you, right? But at the end of the day, he's a Marine Admiral. So it's obligation because I'm an Admiral. Kind of sort of have to do it. I don't mind doing it, and I can have fun with it. For the longest time, Kizaru was the ultimate troll. He was somebody that, again, we were terrified of because you never knew when he was serious. You know what we used to say? Bro, if Kizaru ever got serious, he could lap the verse, which some could say could still be true. Fast forward, it's Egghead now. We pretty much know who Kizaru is. A neutral party within the world government who does not care about pirates. He's actually, again, pretty ruthless. When the Impel Down prisoners showed up, he was willing to execute every single one of them on Sengoku's orders. He did not give a damn, right? So he doesn't care about pirates whatsoever. He can be ruthless, but he can be somewhat laid back, letting things happen. So now he's pulling up to Egghead. It is a raid on the Straw Hats, and so we're here. Kizaru's here. You don't know what to expect. Literally, you're like, okay, so how serious is he gonna take this? How far is this gonna go? We get more context. He is a friend of Vegapunk. They know each other. He spent time on Egghead. He was doing the Nika dance, for Christ's sake. So it's a relationship there. As the arc is playing out, you see, it is clear to me that Kizaru is not really doing his worst. And here's the thing, for a lot of people, it felt status quo. It felt right on the money for Kizaru to be the type of person that he is, even though there were clear things there that was showing me that Kizaru was not even his normal self. Even the conversations he had with Vegapunk, in the midst of him being able to kill him, him being deadly accurate. Here's an example. Kizaru was able to smite the key that was to free Ace from across Marineford with a laser. And Vegapunk, several times, he was like, oh, I missed. Several times, kept missing Vegapunk. It's not like Vegapunk is the most nimble person out there. An admiral of the Marines was doing this. Recent chapter comes out, and Kizaru, after everything. Now, because now you can question everything. After Luffy knocked him out, and he sat there, he's like, I don't think I can move. Was that true? Could you really not move? Now I'm questioning again, who gave Luffy the food? Kizaru could have been Uber Eats. It's almost like he was hoping for Luffy to bail him out, but it just didn't happen that way. Fast forward, he's in a position where he has to kill Vegapunk. He makes up his mind that he has to kill his best friend. We see the montage. He spent time with Vegapunk. He helped him build Egghead. When you look at the panel, it's a beautiful panel. In Kizaru's glasses, you see Egghead being destroyed and blown up, and then you see him looking at Egghead, which he helped create, destroyed. Now, what is Kizaru? What is damn, I helped build this place with my best friend, and I just killed my best friend, and I just basically destroyed all his work, or helped destroy all his work. Here's what makes this interesting. He can't be Kuzan because he is now too far gone. Now, my question is, how long has he been too far gone? Was it Egghead? Did he do things beforehand? Because for Kuzan, there was a limit to it. Now, Kuzan did kill his best friend. Now we know he actually didn't. He gave his best friend a chance to live, right? Where that's a distinct difference. Kuzan had a line, whereas like after the Ohara thing, which that was a line, his justice chain, right? Lazy justice now. He was intense. Kuzan was one of those guys that was fired up justice. After that, lazy justice, because I can't really change anything. I didn't even cause this. Now we move forward. He saved Saul, right? Saved Robin, like literally several times. Pulled up after Enies lobby, had a conversation with her, was like, yo, Ohara is not dead. Continue to live your life. We'll see what the results are. He made that decision. Akainu? That was another line. And he made a decision, if I can't beat him, I'm leaving. Kizaru doesn't have that compass. He is morally ambiguous. He enjoys gray area. Sometimes the gray area means killing your best friend. For Aokiji, on the surface, it looked like that. For him, he can't. He just can't. They're completely different people. Kizaru's in the middle. Aokiji's on the opposite end. Akainu's way over there, where he would kill Marines if need be. Like, the Admirals are so beautifully written. And then let's not even talk about the new school guys, which I'm going to do a full analysis on all the Admirals. We have Green Bull, who is the ultimate coon, and Fujitora, who we feel like should probably be a revolution. Let's be honest. But seriously, Kizaru, he's stuck in this gray area, and he's created that his entire career. And so now he knows Nobody's gonna feel sorry for him for killing his best friend. Because how many best friends for other people have you? How many times people that other people care about have you just wiped away with no care in the world? And now your best friend is dead. You did it, by the way, based on this moral ambiguous sphere that you've created. So they were okay with sending you to do that, knowing that Kizaru's okay. Come on, he's fine. He spent time with Vegapunk, but that's of no consequence to him. He's just a cog. He's carried himself that way. Now, the reason why I don't see Kizaru ever leaving the Marine, because again, he's too far gone. He's made his bed, and he understands he has to lay in it. People, even early in Egghead, they were like, Kizaru's gonna turn. He's like, no, he will not turn. He can't. He is stuck. He is the ultimate cog, and he knows that. Now, how does he punish himself? Let Sentomaru go. Maybe once he meets York again, he meets Lilith again, and they have a conversation. Then he may help them, but he will never leave the Marine. I don't see it happening just because of what he's created around himself. And I think he holds himself to a certain standard that this is just my job. This is what I was created and meant to do. That is Kizaru. So for Akainu, why did he say, I'm sorry, right? And Kizaru, even how he addressed Akainu was almost like, is one of seniority, like if he's big bro, but he's the big bro that isn't quite as talented or ambitious as his little bro. And so he's fallen into the situation where he's just like, he just runs the errand. And he's okay with that. But ultimately, he's still the older brother. And so for him, Akainu finally apologized because this is not Kizaru's normal, this is not how Kizaru normally acts. And when you have a friend that acts so much out of character, you're like, okay, I have to take this situation serious because it means that much to them. But it's very much out of the norm for him to care about something like this when he hasn't shown any care throughout the series. If we don't go to the movies, even with killing Zephyr, he's like, it's gonna suck, but you gotta go. He's shown very little. And so as the reader, personally, I understand why he would feel the way he does, but for me, I don't feel much for Kizaru because I'm like, this is your bed, bro. You gotta lay in that shit. Honestly, that's how I feel. Where does Kizaru go from here? This probably needs some more analysis based on what could transpire, but ultimately, nowhere. He's gonna retain the same position that he has. He's gonna go back to being the same character, the same troll, being summoned when the Celestial Dragons need something because, well, that's just who he is, the man in the middle. Aokiji and Akainu, they're going to be the ones who have very significant impact on the story because they're too extreme. Kizaru is just light. He's there and then he's not. Sometimes he's on, sometimes he's off. Maybe he's there to just illuminate an obvious thing and exist within that space, but he's not meant to change it. That's just his character. A lot of nice to look at, but ultimately that's all he is. He's never going to have any real impact in the story because he's never wanted to. And you can't start now, Kizaru. I mean, technically he could, but what are you going to do? You already killed your best friend. What's next? You could have drawn a line like Kuzan. You didn't. So do I feel bad for him? Really? I feel bad for Vegapunk. You understand the situation, but I'm just ultimately like, this is on you, bro. I don't know what you want me to say. It is what it is. I'm interested in Kizaru's story going forward, but I don't think much is going to change because it can't. Where do we go from here? Back to the same old shit. But he could surprise me. Give me your thoughts. What do you guys think about Kizaru? Does he change? Does he make any significant change? All I see Kizaru doing is helping them out when the time comes. Helping Lilith or York or somebody. Like bro, Sentomaru was floating away. He's like, but this is who he is, man. This is who Kizaru is. This is who he's always been. So those tears, even though this was clear, it was happening, bro, this is on you. Like and subscribe, give me your thoughts. Let me know how you feel about Kizaru. Does this move you? I mean, it moves me. Not gonna act like it doesn't because this is out of the norm. But what is the impact going forward, you know? Let me know. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.